What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and in today's video we have 3 brand new Bleach Rebirth of Souls character trailers to take a look at. One for Ichigo, one for Rukia, and then one for Ishida. These dropped on Twitter. I'm not sure when exactly I'm posting this video because I'm like kind of actually scheduled ahead of stuff and I'm moving things around. This should be the next day or the day after, but these were dropped, I want to say like late in the night, early morning my time on Twitter, and I retweeted them, but I actually did not watch them because I figured these might have something interesting worth putting into a video, and there's 3 different trailers for us to take a look at. So I figured this is a decent little amount of content for us to dive into. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the first one that we have here for Ichigo Kurosaki. Also quickly, let me just be a good YouTuber and actually make sure that, my sound was not actually properly routed to this channel so that you can hear it. Now you should be able to hear it. So let's go ahead and check things out. In case you guys couldn't tell, I'm pretty excited for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. We still don't have a release date or anything like that, but everything I've seen from it so far I like, man. And obviously the aesthetics, the visuals, everything, it's such a love letter to Bleach. Hold on. A very powerful and resourceful infighter, Ichigo is a substitute Soul Reaper who fight. Should I let this play all the way through and then we run it back? I'll let it play all the way through and then we'll run it back and then take a look at it more in depth. Let me just go ahead and give the reaction off rip to what it's looking like. Okay, so it actually is diving a little bit into the that also went by pretty quickly, so I will have to run back and pause. Also, I could definitely see a lot more clearly the reishi under their feet as they're hovering above the stages and stuff. Hey man, like, I feel like these glimpses of gameplay and stuff that we get are oftentimes too brief to like really sink my teeth into what it has to offer, but like the stuff that we do see, it looks really good, man. This, as far as arena fighters go, this one looks very promising, and I'm genuinely excited for it. Like, my hype for it is building up more and more with like each release of gameplay or trailer or whatever. Okay, that was pretty short. Let's go ahead and run it back. So where were we? Alright, so Ichigo's a powerful resourceful infighter. Ichigo's a substitute Soul Reaper who fights using a sword and hides an unknown power within him, which I guess is the power, at least in regards to this version of Ichigo, the power of the Hollow. So, because that's his awakening, or one of his awakenings, because he also has the Bankai, which actually I don't know. There's probably going to be multiple different versions of Ichigo in this game, just like a Goku in a Dragon Ball game or Naruto. Are you going to have like regular Ichigo, Bankai Ichigo, Hollow Ichigo with the mask, Bastard Lord Ichigo, and then, well, because it only goes up to a Ronkai, right? So it's probably, that's as far as it's going to go, but he's probably going to have like 3, 4, 5 different forms, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. Special action. So reverse action is the key to offense and defense in this game. In addition, and also my camera's kind of blocking a little bit. What if I jump up here real quick? A little bit better for the video. Reverse action is the key to offense and defense in this game. In addition to the effects of the normal reverse action, Ichigo is given various enhancements, such as a boost in basic performance, changes in some actions, and an increase in damage from the Kikon move. So is this something that every character, is reverse a mechanic that like every character has? The key to offense and defense in this game. So I assume so. But everyone's reverse action is different. Special flash attack, a move that attacks while charging forward. When successfully executed, the attack can be continued if an additional input is made during the attack. So is this like a flash step, I assume? What was it called? I forget the Japanese word for it. Is it I think it starts with like an SH, like Shun. I forget. I'm a fake fan. I'm not a hardcore Bleach fan. I never claimed to be. I like the series. I've read it. I've watched a lot of it, and not all of it. Well, I've been watching 1000-Year Blood War, and I read a lot of the manga. I've never, you know what I'm saying? I never claimed to be a diehard hardcore fan. I forget what it's called though. What a flash step is called. Yeah, it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. But it's basically teleports behind you, nothing personnel, the move. And spiritual pressure. So spiritual pressure move. Wielding. An attack used by wielding Zangetsu that momentarily makes Ichigo invincible. An additional powerful attack is activated when it successfully hits. So this is a parry, I assume, based on that description. What, run it back? Oh no, it's not like he attacked him. Ichigo just attacked him first. A wielding zone that momentarily makes Ichigo invincible. So it has it's an armor move then? An additional powerful attack hit. If it gets blocked, maybe it's like very negative or like very punishable. I know this isn't supposed to be like a super hardcore competitive game where, you know, block punishment, like frame that's probably going to be like the biggest deal. I mean, if you get kind of sweaty in the game, it might be like that, but I'm not losing. Yeah, and his awakening is the Bankai. So Awakening, Ichigo's performance, speed, and defense dramatically increases, as well as the number of additional special flash attacks, allowing for more aggressive attacks to be carried out. So it just probably makes his combos even increase. Like, not only is he going to be faster, stronger, but his combos probably get even crazier because he has additional special flash attacks that he can add on to his attack. So I'm not gonna lie, kind of in the hollow, the mask looks so sick. But quick question, what's your favorite version of Ichigo? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, it's kind of hard to pick because he's got a lot of really dope forms. The mask is kind of tough though. I think I like him with the mask more than I like just a straight up Master Lord form, even though that's cool too. The mask is just hard. Plus I'm a big Naruto fan and just kind of reminds me of an Anbu mask to some degree. It's kind of tough. It is what it is. Yeah, that's kind of sick. It does seem though, like based on like what we're seeing, that a lot of the really cool combos and some of the more fun gameplay is going to be kind of locked. I don't want to say locked because that sounds like such a negative connotation, but for lack of a better word, locked behind the Awakening. Because like, this is cool, you know, it's whatever. When he go into that Bankai, the attacks and the combos are probably going to be way cool. You know what I'm saying? Because this is like just whatever. The pace is, you know, just kind of normal. But when he get in that mode, it kind of reminds me, because again, this is being made by the people who made like Senran Kagura, and the only game I've ever played for them, I tried it out for the first time when I made it in a recent video, was Estival Versus. And in that game, like the combos and moves you can do is pretty cool, it's whatever. That game's like 10 years old, so it's not the best example. There was a recent, matter of fact, let me see if I still have a bookmark. There was a recent tweet I saw of somebody playing a Senran Kagura game, and they were like, yo, Senran Kagura, I wasn't familiar with your game. And it had like some really cool combos. And in that game, I did bookmark it. I'm glad that I did. This is a really cool tweet. I can show you better than I can tell you, so let me just pull it up real quick. But basically the combos in that game, and I'm not sure exactly which one this is, and this might be the one that I mentioned before that I hadn't played but looked really cool. Brother Bear, that was a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. The combos here look pretty nasty, so let's just go ahead and play that real quick. Jump over to the monitor. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of lit, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of lit. Seeing Estival Versus, the combos get a lot crazier and stuff when you activate like one of your different like transformation or awakening states or whatever like that. And I don't know if this game is similar, because it doesn't really look like this character's in any sort of special mode or awakening. It just looks like they have access to these types of moves and combos, and you can kind of see that it kind of feels or like looks similar to what we're seeing in this Rebirth of Souls gameplay in these trailers that we're getting or whatever. So yeah, I kind of want to, I'm gonna look through the replies and see if I can figure out the title of this game, like which one this is specifically. But if you guys know which game this is, feel free to, okay, hold up, we might have to get out of there. Hey, Senran Kagura is a degenerate series. If you know, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why I ain't never played one except for when I tried it for research, like legitimate research purposes. Like, you know, I'm playing air quotes, no, genuine research purposes. I played the game for like 30-45 minutes for the sake of that video, and that was it. Which, if you into that, that's cool. It's all well and good. I just want, you know what I'm saying? But I would be interested in getting this game as well to try it out from a gameplay standpoint, just to see how it compares and kind of what to expect, because the combos in that do look pretty nasty. That being said, that was Ichigo. We spent a lot more time on that than I thought we were going to. 8 minutes on a 1 minute trailer. Quick aside, it's because I yap a lot and everything like that, as well as I am also trying to analyze or break it down a tiny little bit. But I seen a tweet the other day, if I can insert another sidebar, of somebody who made, like, somebody put a screenshot on Twitter, and it was like two content creators, I can't remember who, that each made like a 10-minute video talking about Sparking Zero. I think it was because like Kid Goku got revealed that he will be in the game or something like that. Like somebody like mentioned it offhand and they made a video talking about it, and then somebody was like, this is like true greed or something like that. And I was like, hey man, like, for one, get it how you live, all right? Content creators got to secure the bag. It is what it is. If people want to yap and just kind of drag out their videos so they can get their ad revenue, it is what it is. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's just how YouTube is. But beyond that, sometimes niggas is just like me, and they just be either genuinely really excited or they just talk a lot and just be adding shit like this that ain't got nothing to do with the video. But, and I ain't even trying to add this in as filler, but it just felt relevant to the moment. Anyway, that being said, let me jump back over here real quick. We're going to pull up the Rukia trailer and we take a look at that one. And then we look at, whoops, wrong scene. We can take a look at Ishida. Turn this down a little bit. All right, so just like with Ichigo, we're going to let it play through once and then I'll run it back. Why is this on screen? There we go. Also, I don't know if I asked this before already, but what character, if you could pick any one character to show up in this game, and remember, it's only going up to a Rancor, so I guess, you know, anything beyond that, your best bet would be DLC. But if you could have one character from the Bleach universe in this game, who would it be? For me, all of my favorite characters are pretty much going to be a lock, I would say, because like my favorite characters in Bleach are Toshiro, Yoruichi, Grimmjow, Okiura, and Byakuya. You know what I'm saying? And like, they're pretty much all going to be in the game. You feel me? Like, there's not really a doubt in my mind. This is kind of clean. Hold up. Ain't she so pretty and delightful? All right, let's go ahead and run that back. Take a little bit more looky-loo in depth of what we got going on here. So a kind-hearted Soul Reaper with an old-fashioned way of speaking, she has plenty of resources to adapt to her opponents in battle.
I will defeat you here.
Rukia Kuchiki. Hey. So her attacks, they look like they got a little bit more speed to it, which it would make sense to me. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Ichigo is like on the slower end of characters, particularly when he has his Shikai out instead of like his Bankai or something like that. That makes sense. And if Rukia is a little bit faster, that makes sense as well. And then if you have like Soifone or Yoruichi, like obviously the speed of these characters' attacks is probably going to differ drastically based on the archetype and everything like that. Because like her attacks, like her slashes just look faster than what Ichigo's does when he just has like his regular Zangetsu out. Signature move, Hado number 31, Shakaho. It creates combos in various forms of power with the Shakaho by holding the input. So she seems like, I didn't really point this out or talk a whole lot about it in the video where we got the last trailer with Ichigo versus Byakuya, but there's a very clear difference in like styles of gameplay as well. Because you'll notice like Ichigo, he pretty much attacks basically exclusively with like sword strikes. I'm sure he'll have like Getsuga Tensho in like one of these forms or something, or maybe with a special attack, whatever. But then you have Rukia and Byakuya who like incorporate Kido in their movesets on top of like the sword strikes, and then they might have other characters that are more exclusively Kido, and then just other forms of combat as well. So worth noting and taking note of.
There's no escape.
Anyway, spiritual pressure move 1, Hado number 4, Byakurai. Released while stepping backward. Byakurai makes Rukia momentarily invincible, allowing for punishing attacks.
There's no escape.
So release while stepping backward, makes momentarily invincible. So another invincible move. I wonder if you could use this like a reversal, like during a block string where you just kind of like backdash outward and just use this attack. Wait, hold, does it mention allowing for punishing attacks? So like, do you get like a follow-up off this? Like, are they stunned long enough for you to like follow up? Because then I assume you could use like the flash attack or like the, you know, the flash step. And Shunpo, was that what it's called? Shunpo? Shunho? Y'all gonna tell me in the comments, man. I'm probably gonna look it up by the time you've seen this video, but yeah. Spiritual pressure 2 move, Hado number 33. So Katsui, a follow-up attack that can be used after Rukia lunges and slashes successfully. Okay, I see.
Dance.
And then this is her awakening. So awakening, release Shikai Soden Shirayuki, strengthens Rukia's overall capabilities and transforms her spiritual pressure moves to complement Soden Shirayuki. She looks like she could be a little bit of annoying with the moves. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. You might be able to do a lot of running away with her, kind of attack her from a distance. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of zoners in these games, but that's just me though. So it says it strengthens her overall capabilities and transforms her spiritual pressure moves. It doesn't really say how, but I feel like some of these animations look a little bit more beefed up, and like that ice pillar, I don't think we saw that previously in the trailer, right? All right, and that was that's Rukia. Strong restraint and an array of abilities for many situations. And then last but not least, we have Ishida. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one as well. Jump back over here, and let's go. Let's get it. Hey. Also, so maybe I should just double upload today, because as I'm recording this, in about 5.5 hours, there's a brand new Sparking Zero trailer gonna drop. It's apparently going to be a pretty long one as well, like the longest one I think we've gotten. And maybe I should just upload these both today. I don't know. Or maybe I could upload this tomorrow and just the Sparking Zero trailer today. I've been trying really hard to be on my... Ishida's going to be a zoner, isn't he? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Ishida's going to be a zoner. I've been trying to get on my daily upload grind. So it's like, you know, it's like I could upload 2 videos today, but I could save one and do it the next day. But then this is kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like topical or like relevant. It's like kind of... You know what I'm saying? I should do this immediately. I don't know. First world problems, YouTuber struggles. Oh, 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 it's like that. Yeah, I could already tell he's not going to be a character that I enjoy playing or fighting. But, you know, the zoner archetype, for better or worse, it is part of fighting games and arena fighters as well. They did the players. I can see you salivating now over Ishida's moveset. Is what it is, man. All right, let's go ahead, run it back. So, Proud Quincy, who pierces his enemy using a variety of long-range attacks.
Now then, let's begin.
Bro, like they listen, I know I've talked about this time and time again, and I'm sure everybody is every time they cover this game. They nailed the aesthetic and the visuals of Bleach so well. Also, this stage, I recognize this. This isn't Hueco Mundo, right? Is this the stage where he was training with his pops? I think something like that, right? But yeah, they nailed like Bleach's aesthetic like so perfectly with this, bro.
Now then, let's begin.
Spiritual pressure move 1. Quincy arrow fires an arrow forward. If the arrow hits the opponent, Uryu uses Hidden Kyaku to move in front of the opponent and does a follow-up attack that fires numerous arrows. Spiritual pressure move 2. Zielschneider. My German, not really, you know what I'm saying? By holding Zielschneider, Uryu absorbs an opponent's attack and fires back a powerful attack of his own. Okay, so it seems like common that a lot of characters have some sort of reversal or like invincible move, like this, you know what I'm saying? Some sort of parry, reversals, something along those lines. This actually seems like a straight up like parry reversal type of move.
What?
Reverse fate. And here's his awakening. Overturn the tide of battle. Activating Ranso Tengai, Uryu enhances his damage output and the amount of spiritual pressure. Bro, this is messing me up, by the way, because you reading 3 different languages here between English, Japanese, and German getting incorporated. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not multilingual. I'm doing my best. Bear with me on the pronunciation. But Uryu enhances his damage output and the amount of spiritual pressure he can acquire, making it easier to use his spiritual pressure move. I mean, that's really cool though. What I will say is that obviously this character is for me, but just off the bat, we just saw 3 pretty different archetypes and styles of gameplay. I don't know how many more archetypes there will exist, but just even having those 3 different types adds to a decent amount of variety that you can have within the game and the different combat styles and appealing to different types of players. So there's no real telling how big this roster is going to be. I mean, I guess you could kind of speculate, right? Maybe that'd be a fun, would you want to see me do that? Speculate on what the roster of this game would look like? Because we don't really have anything for reference in terms of like, you know, because it's not like they've made these developers have made a game similar to this, like another anime arena fighter like this. Like I said, I think Seven Kagura is the closest thing that they've made to it, and we don't have another Bleach game like this really compared to. So really, it's just going to be based off what the story parts that we know this game is going to cover, what we expect based on that, and who the main characters are in those arcs and everything like that. But it could be fun to speculate about the roster and everything like that, or at least make a wish list of who I'd want to see or what I expect and everything like that, and then what they would do in terms of DLC, whatever. People love roster videos. If y'all want to see that, maybe I could do that. You let me know in the comments down below. All right, so real quick, I was about to start editing the video, and then I jumped on the Twitter real quick, you know, on my other monitor, and I scrolled, and look what I just seen. Okay, we're not going to get into this right now, but this could make for some interesting content in that video that I just mentioned. We was talking about rosters and everything, and then I seen this sickest concept that some graphic designer made for potential character select screen for Bleach Rebirth. So we're not about to dive into this right now. We're not about to dive into it right now. However, I'll leave a link to that tweet in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourselves. And also, if you'd like to see me talk about this and the potential rosters and everything like that in a separate video, like I said, let me know, because that's sick. I gotta get dog his flowers on that one. That's so ill. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later, man. So quickly, I also just want to throw this in here again. Link to the tweet that I just came across this on. Y'all know how they be saying, they be feeling like they be listening to us through our microphones. I jump on Twitter and I'm seeing all this Bleach Rebirth of Soul stuff, which is funny because I'm covering this basically like way later, like over 12 hours after. Doesn't even matter. Anyway, so yeah, I came across this on Twitter, which is like a chart for these 3 characters that says like their ease of use, and that kind of gives them some stats. Now, I don't know how legit or official this is. Again, link to the tweet will be in the description down below. But based off what we just saw, it does make sense and seems accurate. Now, this person could have just made this. It's from an Arabic account. Based on the replies that I translated, I didn't see any like mention of where this was from or like if they made it or not. But you can see here we have Ichigo. We have power, technique, toughness, reach, and speed. And as I kind of took note of, his speed does seem to be a bit on the lower end. It's a lot more about his strength and his durability and everything like that. range is actually surprisingly low considering that there's a sword user. But I guess in comparison to somebody like Ishida, yeah, who's going to be a zoner, it makes sense. So ease of use is 5 stars, pretty high on the strength, average special skills, really high toughness and durability, low reach, and then average to below average speed. Pretty much makes sense and checks out with what we just saw. And then we have Ishida, who has very low attack power, but really high on the technique, decent speed, really good reach, very low toughness and durability. She's probably going to be a bit squishy, going to be maybe a more technical character to use. Is going to want to keep his opponents at bay and attack from a distance. But if you do get in, he's probably going to take a lot of damage. I don't know if that's going to mean he has lower health than other characters, or if like his damage multiplier is just higher. Again, we don't have information on this types of data yet. But I did think that this was worth taking note of and taking a look at and just going over. Then we have Rukia, who, like I said, had pretty high speed, average attack power, decent special skills, low toughness, and pretty decent range. A little bit more than Ichigo, but not as much as Ishida. That makes sense because she does use keto attacks in her fighting style. So yeah, again, excuse me, sorry. Again, links to this will be in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself, or if you want to, whatever you want to do with this. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Don't know how official legit this is. Don't really know where it came from. Just randomly saw it on Twitter and thought I'd throw it here in the video. Yeah, hopefully we see even more archetypes. Maybe throw some sort of grappler in there. Again, I don't like grapplers, but I could see you having some sort of grapplers in there. Maybe in like a setup or like trap style of character. But yeah, man, that is gonna do it. Wait. What the hell? Hold on. What is this? What is? Hold on, go back. What's going on here? The Afrocentric drama is insane. Oh, is this about? I know this is about that shit that happened on Twitter. That we ain't worried about. I ain't even about to feed into all that. I was like, it got a lot of views too. Somebody got their clout off that little situation. Somebody that ain't got no involvement in it whatsoever. That's the funny part. Anyway, y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all lots of content when I'm bringing you. And with all that being said, it's pretty much all I have today. And remember, nothing can happen until you swing the bat. Later.